Currently have no viewers. So wait till people come on. And we have a viewer. Hey, whoever just came on, if you can join the chat and let me know if you can hear me. We're still getting the audio set up. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, crud. I just started Adobe Audition. That's not what I wanted to do. There is definitely a slight delay. The cool thing is we can pull it up on the TV in here and see how bad the delay actually is. Hey everybody, just bear with us. We're still getting everything set up. All right. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Audio check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. This thing does not want to go on right. I'll tell you what, that steak smells really good. Say again?
So yes, and I'm a bit hungry.
Hey, again, we are monitoring the chat. There's a slight delay in the signal. But if you have any questions as we get things ready, feel free to ask. Right now, we're getting the camera set up. The way this shot is going to be staged is the Macaws are going to be here, obviously. And the text and wording and things that we'll be going over will be displayed here on the screen. We're getting the lighting set up. That's probably the hardest part. Tonight we're running 2 cameras. We're running the Sony a7 III which is the camera that I'm speaking into, and the new Sony A7S, which is pretty awesome. We used that for the cooking episode, and the quality of the picture that came out of that was phenomenal, so we're really excited to use that again. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat and we'll answer them for you. So what I'm getting ready to do right now is to go through the lenses and figure out which lens captures that area the best. What we want the focal point to be right at this line, right here, and obviously to not exceed the ends. We do want some flexibility to zoom in and out, so the lens selection is going to be kind of important for this shoot. So I'm going to try a couple different lenses out. We're running G Master lenses for all of our shoots. The lens we're currently using is the 12 to 24 millimeter G Master lens. So we have a super wide angle on that. For this shot, I think I'm going to try the 16 by 35 and see if that works for us. If not, we'll go to the 24 to 70 millimeter, which will give us a little more flexibility to zoom in and zoom out. The Sony cameras, for those of you that can't see, these are all E-mount cameras. Little plastic piece covering the frame here. Same thing with the edges. For the E-mounts, you line up the white dots, click it in, and twist till it clicks, and then you are ready to go. For lens rags, especially because we're using some really high-end lenses, we want to be careful what we use. So we use a cloth micro deer. It's made by Pro Optic. You can get them at high-end camera stores online. I think you can get them on Amazon. I'm not really sure. If you can, I'll create a link and provide that. But these are the only kinds of cloths we use on our lenses, and you want to be very gentle. Just buff it out just a little bit. And definitely don't kick your lenses across the room like I just did. We do have a guest in studio tonight, Jason. Let me see if I can pan over to Jason.
I'm the one who makes everything happen around here. Kind of.
He's currently eating dinner and it smells fantastic. So obviously we can't mic the Macaws. Jason and I talked about that earlier, and we don't think it would end well for our fingers or the mics or the Macaws. So we're trying to figure out where we're going to stage our microphones. This camera, which is going to be our primary camera, is going to be running the Rode mic, which is phenomenal. But for some of those more detailed sounds, the squawks that we use in the series, we want to capture those a little better, and we'll use this for that. I just need to figure out where to put it. So for right now, we'll just stick it over here. All right, so back to checking the lens. All right. Unfortunately, the 16 by 35 is a little too wide, so we're going to go ahead and go throw on the 24 by 70. You're killing me eating that dinner over there. Man, it smells good. There, that's not the right one. There we go.
I gotta tell you, and your wife did a spectacular job. Thank you.
Mommy Human cooked dinner for Jason this evening. And me as well. I should be up there eating it. I got yelled at. But we have to get this shot set up so we can start filming tomorrow. We've already prepped the script. And just a hint, we'll throw it out there. Actually, I'll just tell you what it is. So we're going to do the cost breakdown for the first year of owning Chester and Aries. I think that's really, really important information for those of you that may be considering purchasing a Macaw. So that should be a fun episode. Again, we've already got the script prepared. We just need to get the set ready. So let me get back at it. Obviously, I get distracted easy. There are a lot of people that'll say, only use a brush and gently wipe your lens, and that's cool. But again, these rags are awesome. So teach their own, give it a try if you want, but I highly recommend these rags. We need a little bit of room between the backdrop and the stand. The reason behind that is obviously Chester and Aries have gotten big since we started filming. Their tails are incredibly long and they love to move around. So we need to create that gap. Otherwise, they're going to be bumping into the backdrop throughout the shot, and that would be problematic. So I'm going to gauge that to be right about here. There's a possibility that we're going to need to create more room. If we do, we'll just go ahead and move it as needed. The critical factor is going to be that lens, and again, the adjustment on that lens. I got distracted again. So I'm going to get back to the lens and do what I was starting to do originally. So this lens is actually working out pretty well. So it's at 50 right now, and it has everything in the shot. With a little bit of bleed on the sides. So again, what I'm doing is I just want to give us as much flexibility as possible. So right now I don't have a lot of zoom. A little closer. Back us out. 50 to 70. All right, so we're at 50 right there, and the cutoff is, Jason, can you do me a huge favor and just walk over to the backdrop? And then very slowly start to walk towards it. Stop? Okay. So we're right at the edge, so that's perfect. Thank you, sir. So what we have in the frame right now is we have up to about here, and again, it cuts off right here, and the same thing on that side. We're currently at 50 millimeters, so we still have quite a bit of room to zoom in. So we'll play with that a little bit in the event that the birds decide to move around when we're filming. Again, if you are online and want to join the chat, we do have somebody available to answer questions. That's somebody being me, because everybody else is eating dinner. I'm going to completely forget that I put the lens caps in there, and then I'm going to search for them for 2 to 3 hours and then realize that that's where I put them. Tonight I am using the wireless mic. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I cannot pronounce this company name. Sennheiser. Awesome wireless mic kit. This is the Lavalier Pro set. We have that linked in the description of many of our videos. We used it for the first time for the cooking episode, and we were blown away by the quality of the audio. It might not be so great on the live stream. We had to tweak it a little bit, but if you're looking for a lavalier mic, I would highly recommend it. And again, I'm not getting paid for any of this. We get no commissions. I just want to share with you what works and what doesn't work. We also love our Rode mic. This thing, not so much, and Chester started to eat it when we were doing our last live stream, so yeah. Macaws like to eat microphones. True story. All right. So with our shot dialed in, we want to ensure everything's level. The cool thing about these Sony cameras is they have the leveling lines in there. So right now we are perfectly level, which is nice. I had to slightly adjust, so I have a little bit of the clip that's holding the reflecting screen, but I can edit that out in post-production. I am getting a weird reflection, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. All right. So we're going to go ahead and dial in the lights now. We are using the great Video Maker lights, the 800D RGB series. We use these for pretty much all of our shoots. We have standard lights. We haven't really tried them yet. We probably should. But these things are fantastic. We also use them in the Halloween episode. If you notice the flashing in the tunnel that Chester and Aries go down, these lights do that. They have all kinds of effects. Pretty awesome stuff. All right. 30 by 5600. So earlier we were playing with the lights a little bit, and we found that 30% brightness at 5600 was pretty ideal for this shot. So right now we have a slight overexposure in this area right here. from the lighting that I just set, but that's not really a big deal because the reflective screen is not going to be there in the final shot. The more reflective it gets, we know we need to dial back on the lighting because we don't want things bouncing off. We're also getting a slight reflection here, but it's enough that we could either edit it out or dial back the lights once we actually start to film. It is the evening now. There is a window to my left, and light will be coming through there likely during shooting because we're probably going to shoot in the afternoon, so we might have to adjust things a little bit. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dial in our second light. Right now I have it set on 4700 at 50% brightness, and from where I'm standing it looks pretty good. If I head back to the camera, it also looks pretty good. We have significantly more of the zebra lines now showing on the reflective screen, but I think it's still manageable. All right. And if you're wondering about the settings, we're currently running with the autofocus on and the manual exposure mode, which is adjusting a whole bunch of stuff for us, which is kind of cool. So it's reading that the ISO level is 160 at the moment. This is set to 1/60 with an f of 2.8. That doesn't make a whole lot of difference now, but once we start shooting, that information will come in handy. All right. We're going to go ahead and get our next light, which I have to get out of this room. This looks like a pretty good spot. What we're going to do here is drop this light down a little bit, or maybe I can't. There we go. And we're going to try to get it right about here. This will really make Chester and Aries pop once we start filming. I'm at 5600 at a level of 58% here. I'm going to pull this in just a little bit. What I'm trying to do now is minimize the shadow. So you'll notice if I push it this way, if you look at this part right here, I'm not sure if it's going to come through. If I adjust too much this way, we start to get this shadow. Some people use those shadows for effects. I don't quite know how to do that yet. So I'm just going to leave that off, and then I can just edit it in production, in post. All right. What I'm going to do for this mic is I'm going to go ahead and place it behind here. And then later on, we'll run that behind all of this and into the computer so we have audio coming in from multiple locations. Let's think if there's anything else we need to do. All right, so we have our camera set up, we have our lights set up. I'm gonna go grab Chester, and we're gonna bring him down and see how the lights work with Chester in this spot. So I'll be right back, just hang in there. All right, so we're coming back in now, and somebody's joining us. Come on in. We have two special people here with us. We have Sister Human. You want to say hi to everybody? Right there. Are you silent? Can you say hi? Hi. There you go. So we have Sister Human and we have Chester. Right, Chester? You want to say hi to everybody? Here we go, come on. Say hi, everybody. Wave. Wave. Say hello. Say hello. I hope my audio is still working.
Hey, do you guys like my shirt? I do.
Your shirt looks amazing and covered in dinner, I see, just the way I like it. What do you have there? That is macaroni and cheese. Am I right?
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese? Yeah, I figured as much. All right. So we're going to go ahead and see in the camera how Chester looks. So just hang out there 1 second. There we go. Well, that didn't quite work.
Chester's very funny, guys.
There you go, buddy. There you go. All right. So Chester looks fantastic in that shot. As a matter of fact, I kind of like the backdrop. All right. Sister Human, do you want to do me a favor and come this way just a little bit? All right. Looking good. So one thing I'm noticing in this frame, and we're going to have to adjust, is Chester's tail is slightly out of the shot. So I am going to go ahead and have to adjust here. So we'll bring it back in. Chester's gonna eat stuff, because that's what Chester does.
And my belly is like stuffed with candy.
What? Stuffed with candy? What did you eat?
Candy.
Well, obviously, but what kind of candy?
Do you know those little ball candies?
No.
But that my mom had last night?
No, nobody shared any candy with me.
Oh, I saved some for you.
You did? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we have a little issue here that I'm noticing, and it's good we're catching it now, what are you doing?
Yeah, giving it a little style.
Giving it a little style. Doing good. All right. All right, so I've had to adjust way back to keep Chester in the entire frame. Not necessarily a problem unless Jason decides to get up and knock the camera over. So there we go. Looking good. Okay.
And when I look fabulous, and kids, don't you know that I'm just giving it a little style.
What did he?
He licked it and didn't like it. No corn for him.
You want to see my ballerina style? It's actually it turn around and around.
So Chester may very well knock this entire set down.
That my dad tried a whole lot of hardness down.
All right.
You might just get put in a cage.
Say, Chester, stop breaking stuff.
Chester, stop breaking stuff. I'm giving it some more style.
Can you get some more style? Just talk to Chester for a second. Here, let him eat this iPod wire.
Chester, you want this? Can I take the strap off?
No, I just keep it in front of him for a second so I can dial back into the shot. And we look like we're good. And Chester will eat that wire. So we are going to take it away from him. I only did that to keep him occupied. No, don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Keep the wire occupied for me.
Why don't you go get Chester's ball?
Of course.
And then we're going to get Aries. Come on. So we're going to go get Aries now. So one of the things we have to do is get the color balance right for both Chester and Aries.
Watching.
You're watching?
Yeah.
What are you watching?
I'm watching the show that you're on.
We have a TV in the other room to ensure that it's coming through clearly. So that's where Sister Human is. That's Sister Human right there. All right. We're going to give this a few minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and get Aries. So we're going to let Chester hang out.
Bye. I'm going to get Chester ball. And we need something that can be occupied with me.
All right.
To keep me occupied.
So one thing I'm noticing that I should probably point out is if you're watching the live feed, it looks significantly darker in this area than it actually is, and that's for two reasons. One is the angle of the camera and the position of the camera, and another is the settings we have in the camera. That one is set up to be at a much darker setting, whereas the A7S right out of the box was fantastic. So that one's significantly brighter. What are you doing, Chester? Hello. Everybody wants to say hi to you. You want to say hi to them? You do? Say hi, everybody. Say hi, humans. Hello. Aw. All right. So we're going to wait for Sister Human to get down here, and then I'm going to go ahead and get Aries. Right, bud? Step down. Step down. Good boy. High five. High five. Good job. All right. Chester didn't take a shower this morning, so he's looking a little rough. Jason didn't take a shower this morning, so he's looking a little rough.
I feel a little rough.
Sister Human is on her way back down with Chester's favorite toy, I think.
It's not the ball.
Oh man, he loves the ball.
Find the ball.
What is that? You didn't just, Oh, yeah?
Remember the Christmas where I also had my other grandma? Well, this is what was that Christmas. My mom was watching the show until she got occupied by something. I will be right back, kids.
Now, I'm not sure they can hear you. I'm not sure my mic is up enough.
Yeah, it doesn't actually listen. It doesn't actually listen to me. It doesn't have any sound.
Well, let's see if we can hear you, okay? We're going to check out the TV in here, folks. Give us just 1 second. And there's Chester flying around. Well, let's see if we can hear you, okay? We're going to check out the TV in here, folks. Give us just 1 second. And there's Chester flying around. Okay, so we can hear Natalia. Phenomenal.
No, kids.
All right, step up.
Shock by occupied.
Sister Human, you are being quite crazy tonight. Oh, Chester, no.
I still can't hear it.
Chester, unfortunately, just undid everything we worked on. Again, it's the fun of working with animals, even if the animals are family. Hey, Nat, you got to turn the TV down. In other words, we're going to get a lot of feedback.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and recheck the camera one more time. I'm slightly worried about this crease. Because again, we're going to use this as the backdrop for displaying the costs of Chester and Aries. Nat, did you turn the volume down?
Yeah. That was an accident. A total accident.
You have to be careful on set. Sister Human took out a light, so we're going to have to reposition everything. Chester just took out the backboard. All right, so now this is just turning into a blooper reel.
Yeah, like a blooper reel to the rag.
All right. Well, this is fun. Nat, you've got to turn that volume down, please.
I did.
Turn it off.
Did it go off?
I'll get it.
No, just turn the volume all the way down.
I'll get it.
You can't hear it at all. Spectacular.
Thank you.
Keep yourself occupied. Here's your occupier.
Oh, that's so pretty. I appreciate it.
It's from my other, like, you know my other Christmas they have with my other unicorn? I mean,
Is this a unicorn? What is this?
it's an alicorn.
It's a what?
It's an alicorn.
It's got wings. Is it a? It's probably a Pegasus. That's what that is.
I never knew it was a Pegasus. I will be right back.
Okay, Nat. Sister Human.
I'll be right back, kids.
Okay. So we've got everything knocked out of whack here, so we're going to just go ahead and redo it. The lighting is still good for the most part. The backdrop is slightly off, but enough to still work with. Chester is still kind of doing his thing. Camera's still level. So I think the lighting at this point is pretty good. And for Chester, so I'm going to cap off this lens, and I'm going to go ahead and run upstairs and get Aries. And then we're going to get the light set for Aries. All right. What did I do with my lens caps? Oh, yeah, put them in the back. What did I do with the other lens cap? Oh, yeah, it's in my pocket. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cap this off. And we will be right back, so just hang in there for a little bit. Thank you. Winston.
Come back.
So Winston has also decided to join us. So now we're going to go ahead and get Aries. Take a look. Stay there, bud. Stay there, Aries. Good boy. Good boy. Sister Human, can you come here a minute?
Yeah. 1 sec.
Hi, little Aries. Hi, little Aries. You being a good boy? Hello. You being good? You gonna say hi to all the people out there? Say hi, humans. How you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? Where are you going? So Aries saw Mommy Human as we were coming downstairs, and he got super excited, and now I think he wants to get back up to Mom. So we're going to make this as quick as possible. Sister Human, where are you?
I'm coming in a second.
All right, we need you right now. Sister Human to the set. Sister Human to the set.
I'll be right back to the set. I'll be right back to the set.
We have people waiting. Can you come now, please?
But what about...
Just leave it for now. Just come here and help me for 1 second, please. 1 second.
I'm almost done, I promise. I just need to get this over here.
All right. Do we have any questions for Aries? Aries, do you have anything you want to say? No?
Impossible.
Come on, Evie. It's time to go. Can I bring Evie with me? She's my pet. But she's supposed to be my pet.
Oh, and Aries just landed on the camera. It is not what we want to have happen. Hey, Jason, can you help out for 1 second? All right, since Sister Human is occupied, just keep him occupied here for a second.
You want this thing? It's pretty awesome.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. It's
You can't bring Evie in.
With this thing right here, you literally can control the world. So what you do is, if you tug on this thing, no, not that, this thing. No, there's in here. No, I don't control the world. Well, that's one way. That's one way. Look, what I'm trying to tell you right now is that there's a superpower inside this thing. And that has nothing to do with climbing on me. It really, absolutely doesn't. All right, fine. I will be your pirate. If you will be my bird, I'll be your pirate. Is that fair enough? Fair enough. All right. So with this, we will take over the world. I was really just going to let you take over the world because it'd be cool if there was like a bird as a president. That'd be not so much.
Yeah. Kids, thumbs down. Thumbs down.
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Thumbs down.
We need likes. Don't tell them to not like our channel.
Thumbs
Oh,
down
man.
on this channel, it's super funny.
All right. So I think we have everything set. We're going to go ahead and take Aries back upstairs, and Winston back upstairs, and Sister Human back upstairs. And then we're going to come down and do our final check, and then we're going to go ahead and kill the stream for the night. We'll stick around, I guess, for maybe 10 more minutes and answer any questions anybody has. I really thought he was going to fly towards me.
I have a question.
Hold on, Sister Human.
Hey, do you know this word? Do you know this word yet? Caw-caw! Have you learned that one yet?
No,
No? I just wanted to know.
we don't speak Macaw fluently yet, but our friends over at the Mikey and Mia channel, they speak Macaw great. So definitely check their channel out. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take Aries upstairs and Sister Human upstairs.
Well, I am
I
gonna
hear you.
show-
I hear you. I totally hear
I'm
you.
gonna do something.
Step
And
up.
You better say bye.
Step up. All right. So we'll be right back, folks.
Ethel, say bye.
Watch steps.
All right, let's go. Watch your steps. No, 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 Aries. All right, folks, we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly pan over to our setup. So you now are getting a glimpse of where we do all of our work. So make some adjustments here so you can see a little better. All right, let me see how that looks. Well, that looks pretty good. All right, so we have our light set up. We have our, you know what, I don't know if you can see me or not. Okay, you can see me. We have our lights set up. We've gone ahead and tested for both Chester and Aries to ensure the lighting was adequate enough to highlight them during the shoot. We talked very briefly about some of the sound equipment we use. Now I'm going to do one more thing I probably shouldn't do, but I'm going to do it anyways. It's another sneak peek for the episode. We have recorded some of the voiceovers for that episode, so I'm going to go ahead and play a few of those now. And if you can see the screen, which I'm hoping you can't, you'll actually be able to see all of the episodes that are coming up, which will spoil a bunch of stuff, so just pretend you guys can't see any of that. Fantastic. All right. So here we go, episode 9. Uh-oh, where'd the audio go? So I might have very well saved the audio somewhere else. Yep, I sure did. So I saved all the audio for episode 9 and episode 8. And apparently I also recorded audio for episode 10. I just think that's mislabeled. Yeah, it sure is. So we're going to go ahead and take this back over to the appropriate episode folder, which is episode 9. That'll be coming up, and that's going to be Macaw Cost Year 1. So let's see if you guys can hear this. We'll go ahead and play one of the audio clips.
Hi humans! In this episode, our humans will be sharing what it costs to purchase and maintain a macaw.
All right. And I'll play one more.
We know you humans are quite busy doing human stuff, so I'll get right to the point.
All right. So this is where all the magic happens. Sister Human and myself currently voice Chester and Aries. I voice Chester, and Sister Human voices Aries. We do it here at this station. We use a Samsung G-Track Pro microphone to do all of our recordings, and then we edit it in the Adobe Audition platform, which is fantastic. It's got all kinds of cool stuff you can do in there. So for example, I'll take my voice. Let me see if I can do a Chester for you really quick. Winston is eating my mic. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure the audio is still coming through. I'll be right back. Eating my mic. All right, so you can still hear me. That's good. There's a big delay between the time I talk and the time it's hitting the screen. So for example, right now I'm staring at the live stream and I just entered the frame. That's really weird and creepy. Okay, so let me get back to how we do these sounds. All right, so we'll pop open Adobe Audition. We'll go ahead and get a new audio file. We're going to go ahead and name it Test Chester. All right. We're going to check our mic and see if it's on. Uh-oh, it does not like. I think because I'm running the lavalier mic, it's not liking that. So let me re-enable our mic here. Sound settings. Advanced. Adobe Audition. Microphone. I think I completely disabled the Samsung mic. Bear with me, folks. Again, if you have any questions, we do have the live chat open. All right, so I'm re-enabling the Samsung G-Track Pro. Jason, you want to take a shot at voicing something?
Sure.
Okay. Give me 1 second to get. We're gonna get Chester. We're gonna get. I'm gonna do a voice for Chester really quick, and then we'll come back and see what Jason can come up with. All right. So that's got that. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. So this is how that sounds directly out of the speakers. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Now to make this sound like Chester, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the Effects tab. We're going to go over to the pitch shifter. Presets. I have a custom preset set up for this particular voice. So I do my semitones at 4, and I do my sense at -24. And that's at a ratio of 1.2426. The precision on that is going to be high precision. And let me see here. Use the appropriate default settings. Okay, so if we play it now, this is with the effect added.
Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2.
All right. So that's Chester. So if I were to do something Chester-ish, this is how I would do it. Hi, humans. Welcome to this episode in live stream. We're so happy to have you today. All right. So we go ahead and we play this back normally. Hi, humans. Welcome to this episode in live stream. We're so happy to have you today. All right, cool. So now what we need to do is, again, go back to the effects, hit the time and pitch, do the pitch shifter again, and we'll go ahead and play it one more time, and this will be as Chester.
Hi, humans. Welcome to this episode in live stream. We're so happy to have you today.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have Jason come over, and I'm going to do a little script for him. So let me pull something up here.
Oh, I don't get to improv. I'm really good at improv.
We're not going to have Jason improv because this is a family channel. All right. This is also going to be a hint at something we are working on that we hope we can get as a collaboration here. So I'm going to come up with just 2 lines. Jason's character is going to be a villain.
I'm going to be a bad guy. I thought this was a kid's show. Family show.
Does everyone else out there in human land have friends like Jason?
No, I'm unique.
If you do, feel free to chime in the chat and let us know about your friends, because Jason. So we have a comment from Dennis. What computer were you using, and what are you using now to make things go faster? That is a great question. So we were previously using a HP all-in-one, but the production quality was really, really bad. We weren't using proxies, which I just learned about. Proxies take proxy files into Adobe Premiere and lets you edit those proxies and then apply the final results after. This speeds the processing up. So instead, I went ahead and bought a gaming PC and had some RAM donated to me by a good friend of mine who is also a friend of the channel. Thank you. And it runs much, much faster now. So I'm able to edit entire sections within minutes, what used to take me hours upon hours to do. All right, so thank you for your question, Dennis. All right, so let me continue drafting Jason's evil line. And this is going to be a big hint at what's coming up. All right, so I've scripted Jason's lines, and he's going to be our bad guy. So let me go ahead and get him queued up. So do you want to go ahead and switch spots with me, and I'll get you queued. Oh, no. Almost went silent. All right. Standard mic, get close to it because I have the sensitivity turned down. And those are going to be your lines. And I'm going to hit. So what I'm going to do, wow.
Do you have any lines?
Yeah, those are the lines right there.
Where's your line? Those are both mine.
Oh, I don't have any lines. You want me to have lines? All right, well, Jason and I will improv. We'll improv back and forth, kind of.
Oh, you get to improv and I can't improv. I see how this is. Look, I'm happy with the setup.
Let's see how this goes. So Jason is bad guy, and I am, I'll be Chester for this, because I'm Chester. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and start the audio recording at Winston. I've got Winston down here, and he keeps bumping me. So you go ahead and speak whenever you're ready.
Arr, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester. Arr, arr, arr. You think you can hide? And Air Force One? Air Force One? Who's going to hide on Air Force One? That's a terrible place to hide.
All right, so I'm gonna swap Jason out now, and I'm gonna hop in as Chester and see if we can't salvage this. All right, so where'd my mic pack go? Okay, folks. So here we go. Let's see how that sounded first, and then let's see how evil we can make it using the platform.
Arr, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester. Arr, arr, arr.
You think you can hide? And Air Force One? Air Force One? Who's gonna hide on Air Force One? That's a terrible place to hide.
All right, so Jason has a really good pirate bad guy voice that I never knew about. So to be honest, I don't even know if I would change this audio file. But in the interest, that was really good. I'm really, yeah, I'm surprised. Okay, so he may be in an upcoming episode. We got another comment from Dennis on the stream. I know someone like him, not sure why sometime. We all have a friend like Jason.
I'm special. Nobody has a friend like me.
Nobody has a friend like Jason. All right, so we've played the track now, unedited, and again, it sounds pretty fantastic, but let's modify it and see what we can do with it here. So we'll take the original file, we're gonna highlight it. We are going to go to, let's do pitch shifter, and then we've got a couple settings in here that we could play with. So we have angry gerbil, that's what I use for Chester. I'm gonna play him as with Chester's voice and see how it comes out.
Arr, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester. Arr, arr, arr. You think you can hide? And Air Force One? Air Force One? Who's gonna hide on Air Force One? That's a terrible place to hide.
I gotta say, I actually kind of like his pirate gerbil voice. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm gonna save this clip. I may end up using this, so let's go ahead and just save this for fun here. Test Chester, let's put this under our live streams. Test Chester, funny pirate Jason. Gerbil. All right.
Spectacular.
I-
The exact name I was thinking. That's amazing.
All right. So I gotta click save. So we know how he sounds as a crazy pirate gerbil. And now let's play with some of the other ones here and see what we can come up with. All right, so we're gonna go over to pitch shifter again. This time we're gonna do deathly, should we do deathly ill, stretch, or the Dark Lord?
The Dark Lord. The Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord. Do we have any votes from the audience? Anybody out there in YouTube land, should we do deathly ill or Dark Lord? Place your votes.
Do I get a vote? I'm not in YouTube, man. I mean, am I in YouTube? I mean,
You are kind of in YouTube land right now. I see you on the TV, as a matter of fact. All right, so we're not getting any votes because nobody's in the chat, but Dennis, that's a shame. Actually, Dennis has left the chat. Dennis, why did you leave the chat? We love you, Dennis. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and do Dark Lord. It's got a default setting of -12 with a sense of 0, because Jason has no sense.
that's right.
And a ratio of
There's a shortage of
0.5.
change, you know.
There's shortage of change. All right, so let's see how the Dark Lord setting sounds.
That was a little.
That was a little much.
Word I'm thinking.
I'm not quite a fan of the Dark Lord, but let's give the Dark Lord a second chance. Let's give him some sense. Let's give him 50 cents. You know I was going to do that. Okay. We obviously have no sense of humor here. All right, so we're going to give him 50 cents. We're going to leave the semitones at -12 and see what we can come up with. Still a little much, so let's keep 50 cent and let's up the semitones and see where that takes us. Let's take that to 10. So this is a pretty extreme range for this, so I'm not quite sure what it's gonna do, but let's find out.
You think you can hide and Air Force 01? Air Force 1? I don't Air Force 1. That's a terrible place to hide.
All right, so
That was like a villainous ferret, I think.
a villainous ferret is what we.
That's what I imagine.
I wasn't a big fan. We've got Dennis back on the line. Thank you, Dennis. So he voted for ill. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ill setting and see what we get out of that. So deathly ill is going to give us a semitone setting right out of the box of -1 and 0 cents with a ratio of 0.9439. And I'll be honest, I'm saying this stuff, I have no idea what it means. I know what the semitone sense means, but the ratio, I'm saying it to make you guys think I'm smarter and know more than I do about this stuff because I'm learning as I go.
Phenomenal job.
Phenomenal job, says the angry pirate gerbil.
Spectacular.
I'll take what I can get. All right. So let's do deathly ill and see what happens. You got to hit the play button to make this thing work, by the way.
Arr, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester. Arr, arr, arr. You think you can hide and Air Force 01? Air Force 1? Who's going to hide on Air Force 1? That's a terrible place to hide.
All right, so I'm going to make some observations about that particular clip. First off, for whatever reason, that sounded pretty much like the original clip.
No, it actually sounded like my regular voice
That-
with my accent. It's like
that-
it took my accent away.
So I don't know. So Jason might be deathly ill and we just don't know it. So thank you, Adobe, for identifying Jason's illness. All right, so let's take this in a couple different directions and see what happens here. There we go. I've dropped the semitones down to -6 and I've upped the cents to 29. Let's see what we get out of this.
Arr, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester.
That's pretty good.
You think you can hide and Air Force 01? Air Force 1? Who's going to hide on Air Force 1? That's a terrible place to hide.
That wasn't bad. I kind of like that. All right, so that was kind of cool. So we have an option to play with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply that effect to that particular layer, and then I'm going to come in as Chester. So a cool thing about Adobe Premiere is we can continue working off the same audio track. We typically don't do this, though. When we set up an episode for our humans, we space individual lines. We take each individual line and we create a separate audio file for it. The reason we do this is because when we're working with the footage from the Macaws, it never quite comes out the way we like. Chester and Aries like to just fly and do Macaw stuff. So lining those lines up with Chester and Aries takes a little bit of work. And you'll notice we put a lot of effort into actually trying to line the lines up with their beak movement. It's not easy, but we want to take that extra step for you guys for your enjoyment. So we hope you appreciate that. All right, so let me go ahead and add Chester now. All right. You'll never get us, angry pirate gerbil. Quick, to Air Force 1, Aries, let's go! All right, so we have the layered clip here, so I'm going to play the original clip as it was. You'll never get us, angry pirate gerbil. Quick, to Air Force 1, Aries, let's go! You know what? Angry pirate gerbils we might have to go with that.
I know, I'm totally doing that.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead now and apply the angry gerbil effect to this, and then we're going to play it in its entirety and see what we come up with. All right, so I'm applying the angry gerbil. It's made some adjustments, unfortunately. Let's go to there we go. So it wiped out my original setting. I think it was -4 and 24. So let's go ahead and put that back and hear it.
You'll never get us, angry pirate
Nope, that's not right.
gerbil.
So we'll take that down. Oh, you know what? I think I got it reversed. So it should have been -24 and then +4. This is the difference that would make. Again, you have to hit the play button.
Oh, quick to Air Force One, Aries, let's go!
All right.
So we're going to apply that, hop back here,
Oh, crikey,
and we're going to play the entire thing in its entirety and see how that would sound in an episode.
oh, crikey, I'll get you, Aries and Chester. You think you can hide? And Air Force 01? Air Force One? Who's gonna hide on Air Force One? That's a terrible place to hide.
You'll never get us, angry pirate gerbil! Quick to Air Force One, Aries, let's go!
All right.
So that's kind of how that works here. So I think that's enough for the behind the scenes for this evening. Let's see, it's 7:14. I have not eaten dinner yet. Jason may have very well eaten my dinner. He ate all of his dinner. So we're going to go ahead and cut off the stream. Unless anybody else has any more questions, again, we really appreciate you tuning in for this episode. And if you guys like it, we'll definitely do more of them, more of the behind the scenes stuff. So let us know. So any more questions? I think Dennis is the only one still in the chat. Dennis, questions? I also forgot there's a big delay here, so. All right, so I don't think we have any more questions. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We really appreciate your support and sticking with us. We have big plans for growing out our humans. Again, we have a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline as far as episodes are concerned, working towards collaborations. And of course, what a lot of you are interested in is definitely more giveaways. So please stay tuned, and thank you again for joining us tonight. So from our humans to your humans, have a great night, everybody.